Hey guys, Bree here. Okay, so we are going to make a tea towel kit. Or I have a tea towel kit here. We're gonna do 2 tea towels real quick and we're gonna heat set it. It's gonna be super fast, very quick. And if I have time at the end, maybe we will paint a board to prep it for tomorrow. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started. So feel free to type in the word towel below, T-O-W-E-L, and I will send you the link to the tea towel kits where I got mine. And I am using a heat press. Now I am going to put it over on 350 for 30 seconds is kind of what I'm presetting it to, but you can use an iron, you can use like a clamshell heat press, whatever it is, you just need to be able to set the ink, okay? All right, so your kits will come similar to this. They will have some information on the back. All you have to do is scan this and it'll take you to all of my codes, or I'm sorry, all of my links as well. But it's super cute, very affordable. And again, just type in the word towel. I'll send you the link. Now, whenever you go to open it, I would definitely recommend trying to just cut a little piece up at the top if it's in a sealed bag like this. I think I was waiting for some more, the easy like adhesive seal bags. So that way you don't mess up this back piece, okay? So that way if you need it, scan it, that way you have it, okay? So we're gonna take everything out of it. And again, all you gotta do is scan that code. It'll give you a ton of things to look at. Let me scoot that over just a tad bit. If there's a cardboard piece in here, it just kind of helps to keep it from not bending. It comes with a saying. Now there's 6 sayings, so it may not come with the Baker's Gonna Bake, you guys. You don't get a choice. They're just random. They're pre-packaged. So all we do is we grab one, we put it in the bag, we ship it, okay? It is going to come with a little mini ink mat, okay? And it comes with 2 tea towels. And then it also comes with 2 paste packets, a little piece of a board eraser, and a mini squeegee. Okay, now your colors will vary. Again, this will vary. This one has these 2 colors. Here's another couple of colors. They could be changed out like that. They could be changed out like that. It just really depends what 2 colors you get in your pack. Okay, so today we're gonna be using the black and teal one. I'm gonna put these back in here because I will actually take this particular pack and put it back into a kit, okay? So I'm gonna use my jars just because that's what I have available. And then I already have board erasers in my drawer, so I'll show you how to do that. But I have the little piece here as well. Okay, now if you really love the transfer, there is a the 6-pack of transfer designs is on sale in my website, so feel free to check out my website there, my chalk site. But let's see, again, type in the word towel, I'll send you the info, but we're about to get started. Hi you guys, say hi when you pop on, so that way I know you are here. I did miss comments at the very beginning, but hi Yvonne, hi Sonia. Good evening, Cheryl. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do, we have set our heat press. Actually, it's set, let me put it back up to 350. Okay, now it's at 350. So we're gonna take apart our towel. All right, find the center there. Now I'm gonna take this ink mat. It does have a sheet on top of it. So guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do the same thing I do with my transfers. I'm gonna put a little sticker on the front so I know what side can go back on this sheet. All right. Let's see. Thank you, Barbara. Hi. Hi, Linda. Hi, Mary. Okay. This mat is extremely sticky and you want this mat on the other side of the tea towel. Number one, the tea towels are a little thin. This is just a great starter. If you've never tried ink before, this is a really, really good project to start with, okay? So we are going to find the center, okay? Right about there. And let me move a few things out of the way so I can move this heat press a little bit more over. Okay, so I usually put the bottom part with the what is this called? The tag. Okay, I use, what side do I use? I use the other side, not the side with the towel, not the side with the tag. All right, we have the center here. Now I am going to take my heat pad. The only other two things that you would need is like some type of heat pad to go underneath it, and then parchment paper will do, all right? I like using parchment paper because if we accidentally start to heat set it when the ink is still wet, it's not going to be a big deal. It'll be just fine. All right, so I like to go ahead and iron out that middle crease. Okay, let's move that out of the way, and let's make sure it's not too hot. Let's see. It is not cool here tonight. It is hot. It is hot. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and set this here, right there in the center. Okay, and then I'm gonna flip it back over on this side. Okay, so that ink mat right in here is going to protect and not allow ink to go to the back side of the tea towel, you guys. I'll just fold that in so I can bring this over to the center. Okay, now when we're working with towels or textiles, just really depends. I personally like to fuzz when I'm working with this particular tea towel. If I'm working more with a canvas material, I will not fuzz it, okay? Where my fuzz towel went, I have no idea. So guess what? We're gonna use the dress. It keeps freezing on you as well. Hopefully it's not my end. I really hope not. It could be. All right, and then we're gonna go ahead and set this on our towel, okay? And remember again, this comes with ink packets. Notice it says the ink on it. Ink has to be heat set, all right? That's why we have our heat press here. So what I would do, okay, how I would do this is I would press down. I would cut a little sliver off, like off a little corner. Now, I would actually push the ink down to the color, and then I would cut off a piece of the corner on the bottom. So that way when you're done with it, you can roll it, fold it back up, tape it, binder clip it, put it in a Ziploc baggie, zip that up, and then you can take this out and use it again because this little bit of ink will last you quite a while, okay? So, it's been Facebook, oh man. I see it's freezing on this end too, so hopefully it won't be too bad. All right. I will just keep going in hopes that it doesn't freeze too much. Okay, but I have a squeegee here, and I am gonna get a napkin as well. Okay, and I'm gonna put a little bit of water on it because we're gonna change out the color here in a second. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna do Baker's Gonna Bake in black, and then I'm gonna do the spoons in coral. Right, so I'm gonna take a little bit of that ink that we have, and I'm gonna put it over the spoons. And then I'm gonna take my paper towel that's wet and I'm gonna wipe off my squeegee. And then I'm gonna grab my second color. Now, something you wanna be very careful for is don't get the ink anywhere outside of this green square, okay? Definitely don't do that because the ink will stain clothing, fabrics. You might potentially be able to get it out if you were to get it out right away, like clean it with water, scrub it down. I've heard a couple people tell me they've been able to get ink out with maybe like, I don't know if they told me rubbing alcohol or something, but it has to be immediate. If you let it sit for a couple of minutes, it's almost like there's no luck there. Okay, so once that's done, we're gonna go ahead and wiggle that up. If you see there's a spot that it didn't go all the way through, set it back down, grab your squeegee. So I see a little spot on the K that didn't go all the way through. So I'm just gonna take my squeegee and I'm gonna push that back through. And then also be sure that you check your fingers. So everything looks good now. Now I can fully pull this off and I can wash it, okay? So I definitely recommend check your fingers, make sure you didn't accidentally get any ink on your fingers, because something I have done is when I go to clean my squeegee, I put my hands down on my towel and then I had ink on my hands, okay? So, like I said, this one is now done. You do get two tea towels, and let me show you what it does to the ink mat, okay? Check out the ink mat. Do you see that it's on there? You can't see the black very well, but you can see the coral is on there. I'm gonna set this over my chair to dry while we do the second one, okay? I do have a video in the VIP group, you guys, of cleaning ink mats. I spray it with an awesome spray, the one from Dollar Tree, and then I use this squeegee and I pull across, and it helps to remove everything on there. So just spray it, let it sit for like, a couple of minutes, and then do that. Okay? All right, so we're gonna do the second one. Let me clean off, and we're gonna do an ombre. Should we do ombre? Do you guys wanna do ombre or do you wanna do hot mess? The difference between the two, you guys, is hot mess is gonna be more of a marble effect, and then ombre is just gonna be blending. All right? So, your transfer, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take it to the sink. I am using a bath mat, like a foam bath mat. You could use a foam bath mat. You could use like one of the dish towel mats. You're gonna spray it with water or put it in the sink with water, and then use your board eraser, and I want you to clean this off, okay? I have a full one here. I'm gonna save the little ones for the kids, and you're just gonna wipe over it, front and back. In the sink is much easier. You can just quickly turn it over, clean it. And then I like to dry off my back while it's completely wet. If you wait too long, your towel will stick to the back of it, okay? All right, so you can get tea towels on Amazon. I have a couple of tea towels on Amazon. My link, if you go to the Spoiled by Brie Amazon shop, I have some tea towels in there. All right. So again, I'm gonna find the center, and the tag is on that side. So we're gonna do this side. And then we're gonna heat set them in just a second. So let's go ahead and press that center part out. Thank you. Okay, so what did you guys say? Did we wanna do hot mess, or did we wanna do ombre? Which technique do you guys wanna see? Hot mess, which is like a marble, or ombre, which is going to be like blending. Jennifer says hot mess. All right, we got 2 hot messes. We've got 1 for Team Ombre. I am just wiping off with my wet paper towel. I'm just wiping off the wet ink on the ink mat. Okay, and then we're gonna use it again. All right, we got a couple more hot messes, so that's what we'll do. So I'm gonna go ahead and set that on there again. Let's pull that back over. And this time we're gonna do hot mess. Okay, so how we'll do this, again, we're gonna take our towel, because we're gonna have to wipe off stuff. It would help. It would really help if I put my transfer on, huh? All right, let's go ahead and put our transfer on and push that down. Okay, and then let's grab some of our pink and we're just gonna dot it around. Okay, kind of put a bit much there. Oops. I'll just move that over here. So I think the black is definitely going to take over a bit more. So I'm gonna put more coral around. So now I'm gonna go ahead and wipe off that one. And then let's add little bits of black in here. Need to grab a teeny bit more. Okay, so now that we have that done, we're just gonna take this, and I like to go in kind of an S shape. And then I like to wipe it off as I feel that I'm getting too much. Like I'm mixing the colors instead of marbling them. It actually looks like I didn't quite have enough on there. So I'm gonna add more pink and a splash of black. Okay, all right, now I'm just gonna make sure that it's all covered, all looks good, wipe off any excess. We didn't have much excess there. Let's go ahead and wiggle this up. Looks good. All right, and then we're gonna spray it right away. Go ahead and clean it. And if you guys haven't yet, go ahead and type in the word towel in the comments and I will send you info on where you can get your own tea towel so that way you can just try it, right? I definitely recommend trying it. You can put this on shirts, pillows, anything that can be heat set with either a heat press or you can typically bake it in the oven as well. All right, and then we're gonna set this back on our sheet, okay? All right, that is good. Let me put away my inks real quick so we don't accidentally, and I'm gonna let this dry while we work on the first one. Okay, so I'm gonna bring back my mat. I'm gonna bring out my parchment paper and we're gonna bring back our first towel. All right, let me get my parchment paper. So here's how it works. All you gotta do is put parchment paper over it, set that on there, 30 seconds, and that's it. Yeah, somebody said that Facebook keeps freezing today, so I don't know. I'm doing good. Thank you, Tina. Hopefully it won't keep freezing, but you know. All right, so this one is done. It is not coming off, okay? It is completely set in there. It was just that easy. And this is what it looks like. It does go through, but that's why we use the ink mat, okay? Oh, good. I'm glad. Yeah, I guess if you just go in and out and you kind of refresh it, then maybe it won't do it as much. But somebody said that Facebook's been doing that to people all day that have been live. So hopefully it's okay. Oh, that was a bad fold. All right, so that was the first one. I'm just gonna fold that over real quick. Okay. Ta-da! All right, so that one is done. Again, it's not coming off. Super cool, you can put that on anything. Again, this kit is just for you to try it for yourself. Okay? All right, so we're gonna bring in the other one. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up. And remember this, if I put a little bit of water and you don't press too hard, while the ink is still wet, you can tend to rub off that wet ink, but just don't wipe too hard because you're gonna rub off the adhesive. Okay? All right. And then when that dries, you can just put the sheet back on it. Sometimes it doesn't like to stay, but once you get that fuzz on there, sometimes it doesn't stick very well. Okay, but because I kind of cleaned it off, that middle part that I cleaned is what's sticking pretty good. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna put our parchment paper over it, place this down, 30 seconds. I use the Awesome Spray from, what is that place? Dollar Tree. Uh-oh, what was that noise? Oh, it's, what was that? No problem. So how many of you guys have actually tried ink? Or who is scared to try ink? Are you scared? I'm gonna go ahead and turn off my press and unplug it. Okay, and then let me fold this one up and I'll show you guys how it came out. This is actually why I joined Chalk, is because of the ink. I was making t-shirts, but I was using my Silhouette, and I had a 1-year-old at the time, and I just didn't have time. I didn't have time to weed the vinyl, to create the designs, to do all the things, but I just wanted to craft as well. So I needed something to kind of take its place. And then I came across this and I was like, this is perfect. Okay, so check it out. Check it out. Let me kind of do this so you guys can see. Right, so this right here is the Hot Mess, where you can kind of mix the colors together, or you can do, you know, all one color or a couple of colors, whichever you want. But I love ink. I put it on a lot of dresses. We do a lot of patterns on dresses. I'll do stuff for Riley. So it is lots of fun. You can heat set both sides. It's still not gonna come off. I heat press one side. These are so thin that it's not necessarily needed. If it was like a thicker material, I probably would, or like on clothing. But for these tea towels, they're so thin that I just do the one side. I used black and coral. Yeah, so this kit came with black and coral. Okay, came with black and coral ink. So these are the colors that will be in the kits right now because those are all the ink packets that I have. So you're gonna get a mixture of these, okay? And then you'll get, like I said, you'll get one of these. There's 6 different sayings. There's this one. There's, it's getting hot in here. There's, I don't know. There's 6 different ones, so it'll just kind of vary. All right. Okay, so real quick, we're gonna paint something. So your tea towel kit, remember, it comes with this, 2 towels, comes with an ink mat, comes with a design, and it comes with 2 ink packets, a board eraser, and a mini squeegee. All right, and then on the packaging, it'll also have a label with some info on it. All right, so, you know what, I will actually do the painting tomorrow. So feel free, this video will be attached in the links as well, like whenever you get the tea towel kit. So if you need to go back and rewatch it, you're more than welcome to. Okay, since it's freezing, I'll just go ahead and stop here tonight. This will be it for today. Tomorrow we'll go ahead and paint with our color of the month. So if you didn't get it, make sure that you get it. It's super pretty. And I guess I will see you guys tomorrow, okay? Type in the word TOWEL, T-O-W-E-L, and I will send you the link for the kits. And I will see you guys tomorrow, okay? Let's see. Okay. Bye, guys.